What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Heavy Steel and Hot Rods. Today we're going to be talking about trade schools versus college. You know, if you're a young buck coming out of high school, don't really have a plan for your career just yet, or what you're going to do with yourself, what you're going to do with your life, let's go ahead and give you the pros and cons, my opinions with both of these, trade schools versus college. Let's talk about it. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to give you guys just a little small background of myself. I did not go to college. I did not graduate high school. I went to a trade school and I got my GED. So obviously not in that order. I was actually dropped out of high school, got into a little bit of trouble, dropped out fairly early, and started working for my father at a trailer park, cutting grass and building mobile homes. And after that, about a year into it, my dad told me I had to go back to school, go do something myself. So I went and got my GED. And after completing my GED, I went and signed up for a trade school. So STVT, South Texas Vocational Technical Institute, is the place that I went, to vocational college, whatever you want to call it. They're a trade school out here in Westaco, Texas. They used to offer combination welding. I don't know if they still offer it. I'm not real in tune with what they do nowadays. But back then, what I went to school with was for combination welding. I actually went there to enroll as a electrician, guys. That's actually what I had gone to do. It's actually what I had envisioned myself doing, was electrical work, just because my dad had done that and I had never really gave any stretch of the imagination to what I was going to do with my life other than was in the present moment. I was a kind of a reactive person, so I never really thought into the future, never gave myself any goals. So really is what, if anybody presented an idea to me, I kind of go with it and go with the flow. So I was going to be an electrician. I opted to be a welder because that's what they offered at the school, and I had to get my ass back into school, so I wasn't going to be cutting grass the rest of my life. Not to say that's bad, but where I was cutting, it was $7 an hour, and there was no way of getting any more there. So, you know, if you own your own company, you're doing that, do your own thing, man. You cutting grass, make you good that money, boo-boo. But me, that wasn't going to cut it for me. I was 17 years old, knew I had to do something different. So by 18 years old, I was in combination welding school. By 19 years old, I had already graduated, and I was moving to San Antonio, Texas to start my welding career. So let's get that out of the way real quick. I went to trade school. I did not go to college. I actually got my GED. I tried college out for a little while. Didn't work out for me. It wasn't my thing. High school wasn't my thing. College was less of my thing. So went to trade school. That was more fit for me. So we'll talk about these two things right now. Why do I think? I'm going to give you the pros and cons, I guess, what I think about both of them. I guess we'll start out there, huh? The pros and cons for college, I guess. I'll start off with there. The pros, you know, you're going to get yourself leveled up to something that's more than a trade school. You know, a trade school, it says it in the name that they're trades. They're going to give you occupational jobs to do. They're not going to teach you to be a manager. They're not going to teach you to run anything in the office type of thing like that. You're not going to be the top level. You're going to be kind of the guppy. You're going to be the fish that's working to bring in the money for the people in the offices. In my eyes, in my opinion, that's what I believe. I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying that that's what I believe. I believe that college, you know, yeah, it costs a lot more, a hell of a lot more, and it takes a lot more time. And then it's up to the individual to make sure that they're accountable for themselves to actually, you know, spend the money correctly, use their time correctly while they're there, so that they actually graduate in time and they can find a successful job. You know what I mean? In a good amount of time. But those jobs that you're going to find, they're going to be a lot better. You're going to be project managers. You're going to be superintendents. You're going to be senior superintendents. You're going to be like the safety administrators. You're going to be things of that nature that don't actually require physical work. You know, you're using more of your mind, more of your brain, rather than the actual physical portion of your body to actually make your money. So that's what I see coming from college. That's a pro to me, because I did it the other way. I went to trade school, grinded it out all the way to the bottom, and then worked my way to the top, trying to be at the top, you know, the top where I can, you know, be. So the thing I'm trying to say is, yeah, it's going to cost you a lot more money, but at the end of the day, you're going to get a higher position. You know, it's going to cost you more time. You're going to invest a lot more, I would say, but it's going to give you a better outcome at the end. You're not going to be straining yourself. And when you're a young buck, you know, working hard and being out in the sun and grinding it out, well, it doesn't affect you so much. You know, I'm 32 years old, and I can tell you right now, I don't feel the same way I felt when I was 20 years old. So it's not to say I feel bad. It's just I don't feel like I was 20 when I was 20. So it's good to understand that we're finite beings. We're not always going to be able to be 100%. We're not going to be able to perform the way we did when we were in our youth. We can try and keep up with it, you know, if we keep our health up, we work out, you know what I mean, eat healthy and all that good stuff. But we're never gonna perform like an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old that knows what they're doing. Granted, you could have a helper that's 20 years old, 21 years old, in the prime of his life, doesn't know shit, so not getting anything done. But I'm talking about a journeyman type of person that knows what they're doing, willing to work, putting in good hours, putting in good effort, that type of thing. So it does get old, guys. It does get old. It does get tiring. Believe me. I ran this company with not a lot of help, just me and a partner at one point, and it's very, very tiring. So regardless, that's the pro for me, is you're not always going to have to work physically to make your money. You're going to get lined out and laced up in a position where you're going to be making some damn good money, probably going to come with benefits and all these packages, severance packages, and all these different things like that. So that's the plus on there. They come with a lot more on the back end, and then you're not going to have to physically work for your money so much. For me, the other side is the con is exactly what the pro is to me, because this is my opinion as a person, the type of person I am. It's hard for me to work for somebody under their hourly clock time, even if it's I'm salary paid or I'm hourly paid. It's hard for me to work for them. It's just a complex I have when I have to work for someone. They need to be here. These days I have to ask for a day off. I have to ask for time with my family, certain things like that. I wouldn't want to spend all this time, all this money, years out of my life to flip around and grab a degree just to know that I'm going to go work for someone for the rest of my life. Granted, you could go and do that. You could be a superintendent, project manager, all these different things, then open your own company, and then that'll surely help you. It'll make you money, and you'll learn the ropes and everything. But to me, it's a lot of investing time, a lot of investing money. You know what I mean? And those are just the cons for me. You know what I mean? I was the type of person that I like to move around a little bit more. I like to be hands-on with the stuff. Some people say I'm ADD just because I can't stand to see the same thing every single day. You know what I mean? At one point, I was a welding inspector. I got an office, and man, I felt like I had a luxury of depression. I believe depression is a luxury, and all of a sudden, I was living a luxurious life where I felt depressed being stuck in that room. So I realized that wasn't really the thing for me. I kind of like being out in the field more. I like messing around with people, talking to different people all the time, and learning from different people, meeting different people, working with different people. So that was more my area. So the pros for me, you're gonna get laced up in college for a good ass career. You know what I mean? The cons for me is you're gonna have to invest a whole lot of time, a whole lot of money, and then you're most likely gonna walk down the track where you're gonna settle for 9 to 5 per se, salary-based pay for the rest of your life, where you'll soon retire. I'm just the type of guy that I like to leave the potential in my hands for my life. What can happen? Who knows? I guess I'll give for the trade schools, it's going to be the exact opposite, I guess. The pros are going to be, it's a lot faster. In 10 months, I was able to learn how to do combination welding. So I learned stick, MIG, flux, TIG. I welded structural. I welded pipe. They taught you how to fab weld. So you learn a lot. It's like a mini master type of thing. You learn a lot in a little bit of time, and you get thrown out into the field to go make your money, to be a part of that workforce now. So like I said, you're going to be physically working. You're going to learn to be an occupational worker. That way you're out there working a physical job to make money. Whether it's stacking boxes, whether it's welding, cutting, anything like that, they have a union for you, and you can most definitely make money using your physical labor. The cons are that exact thing, is you're going to be using your body, you know what I mean? And we're not always going to be young. So I tried to meet it in the middle, to be honest. Now college is seeming more like something I want to do, something that I want to take part in. When I was younger, I didn't. Right now, I graduated, I'd say about 9 years ago, 10 years ago from welding. I'm 32, maybe 12 years ago, I graduated from welding school. So I've been doing this for 12 years. I was welding a little bit before, tack welding and shit for my dad. So I had done it before, but I wasn't on a major scale or actually getting paid good money for it. I wasn't a journeyman by any means. 6 years ago, we really thought about this company and tried to get myself out of the workforce, out of working for somebody 9 to 5. And that's something that the trade school helped me with, because since the beginning of trade school, I kind of had it in my mind that if I learn this trade, I can kind of go work for myself. I can get a rig, get a truck, go ahead and get going. You know what I mean? Welder, torch, everything you need, get going. But if I went to college, I kind of felt like I was stuck. I was gonna have to do an office job, and that's it. You know, if I have a truck and a welder, to me the possibilities are kind of endless. I can go weld pipe, I can go do structural, I could do carports and stuff for the residential type of things, barn dominiums, metal buildings, all these different type of things. And it just felt like it left a little bit more possibilities. It left it a little bit more in my hands. So I went for that. And like I said, I was able to start this company. And now I feel like I want to go back to school, because I've been doing commercial work for the last 2 years, 2.5 years or so. And some things I realized I had to be honest with myself, transparent with myself and my team. I don't fucking know everything. And I'm happy that I'm not the smartest guy in the room all the times. I like to learn. But that being said, I think there's levels to the game. If you envision yourself being a top guy, you know what I mean? And you have the patience, you have the money, and you know you have the accountability, and you're responsible enough that you can go to college, you can sit tight, learn what you need to learn, do what you need to do while you're there. Don't fuck off the time nor the money, and go get your degree, go get a career, and succeed in that. You know what I mean? Me, I wasn't that responsible. I wasn't that accountable when I was young. Trade school was faster for me to go get money, get into the workforce. As I gained accountability, I gained responsibility, and I feel like I grew up a lot, matured. I was able to realize that, you know, I think they're both very good. You know what I mean? So it wasn't clickbait. It's the pros and cons, you know what I mean, of, you know, trade school and college. But to me, if you ask me right now, 32-year-old Jose Avila, you ask me, what do I think about college? What do I think about trade school? I think both. I think if you're young and you're kind of recio, you're kind of hard-headed, you want to go fast, you want to live quick, you want to make some money, I think go to trade school. Keep a good head on your shoulders. Try and mature as fast as possible. That way, one day you can try to get yourself a nice exit plan from the workforce. Hopefully start yourself something. I encourage everybody to start their own businesses, even if it's just something, a little side hustle, you know. I encourage everybody to have some money that they don't have to physically work for. Right now, I'm physically working for this. I'm mentally working for this, but it's part of my job. I'm going to build this company up to where something one day I won't physically have to be here. I'll have trained the guys, hired the right people that went to trade schools, people that went to college, people that did both, to run and operate this company with me. You know, that's where I stand. Trade schools, I think they're amazing. They were able to give me, they opened the door to the roads to my success. You know, in college, like I said, I went to a couple trimesters, I think a semester of college, and dropped out of that. And I think now I'm gonna go back. I think I want to go back and learn business management, project management, construction management, things like that nature. I know a lot. I don't know everything. I'd like to learn more. You know, so it's a little bit of my time, guys. Just want to sit here, talk to you guys, let you guys know what I think about trade schools, what I think about college. If college is for you, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. If trade schools for you, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I mean, I really, really think young guys that are graduating early, go find your hands a trade. Put your hands into a trade, learn how to do something with your hands. It's never going to be something bad if you can learn to work with your hands and be strong, be brave, be a masculine man. And as for working in the college, you know what I mean? You always got to stretch that main muscle, man. It's that brain, you know what I mean? Got to stretch that brain. So either or, if you're on either side of the things, I think if you're going to college, still trying to work with your hands. If you're working with your hands, still try and stretch your muscle, your main muscle, your brain. You know what I mean? Try and meet halfway in the middle for both of them. Try and be the best that you can be. Other than that, you guys know you know what I mean? You guys know what I think about all this, you know? Work hard. I encourage everybody to start your own business and really take life into your own hands and be accountable for yourselves and see what you can make out of this. Look deep inside yourself and see what do you want out of life, what makes you happy. So anyway, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Go ahead, thumbs up, thumbs down this video. Let me know. It helps out the channel more than y'all know. Those analytics be hitting right now, and we're on our way to getting turned over so we can actually be monetized. So I'm pretty excited about that. So go ahead and share the videos. Anybody that you might think might need to hear this, college, trade school, you know what I mean? They got trade schools for all sorts of type of things: welding, mechanics, electrical, plumbing. If you can think about it, there's a trade school for it, and there is most definitely probably a union for it as well. So go ahead and hit the comments down below, share the videos. If you're already subscribed, hit the notification bell. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. It don't cost you much and helps the channel out a lot. So I would actually shamelessly ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let me know what y'all think. I believe in you. God believes in you. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay hard. Y'all stay safe. Don't look back. Only look forward. And let's recount yesterday's money, guys. Catch you on the next one. Bye.